My name is Nola Hansen. I'm an artist and the founder of TransBoxing, boxing club exclusively for trans and gender variant people in New York City. So TransBoxing came to be after I had been personally training for a couple of years. I had a fight. I was really into it. Just training all the time, trying to fight as much as I could. And I got an injury. And I wanted trans community. Like, I wanted queer community, and I didn't have it. And so that's why I started it. I thought, well, maybe if there was a class just for trans folks, like run by a trans person, we could see, you know, and provide the space for people that want it. And for people that don't, that's okay, but it's there. In New York, there's a good amount of self-defense programs for queer and trans people, but TransBoxing is not really that, right? And so I think that those are important and they're life-saving for people. People rely on them. But we wanted to offer something that was different, that just for people who wanted to learn how to do a sport, right? It was like a personal desire that I had to connect with people through boxing. And, you know, my experience at the gym I box at has shown me how boxing can build really beautiful community and deep, unique relationships. And so I thought, well, this is how I know, this is how I want to relate to people, you know, and I've seen how boxing can do that. So it just felt right, you know, it felt right. And I thought, you know, maybe I can connect with people, keep doing the thing I love, you know. TransBoxing started out of a gym in Brooklyn, and then we moved over to Overthrow in November of 2017, and that's when Liv Adler came in as my co-trainer. And I would say, to me, that's when I really feel like it sort of solidified.
First time I put on the gloves, it was over. I've been training for years as a boxer and as a fighter, and when I started boxing, everything just felt very like natural and normal, and like I'd been doing it forever. It just felt like it fit. At this point now, I've started to just give back to the community, just teaching people what I know, getting people into the gym, getting people interested, and just showing them, you know, like that it could be something really healthy. And I think that's a really special part of TransBoxing, because it is a really binary sport. It really is. And traditionally, all sports have been, but specifically with boxing, when it's a one-on-one sport, you know, there tends to be more boundaries for people who have more of a different gender expression or gender identity. We just try to take down those barriers and provide a safe space where people can train and enjoy the sport and not have to worry about all those factors that have traditionally kept trans and GNC people out of the sport and out of the gym doors. We cater to all levels. There are some people that come and take our class for a couple years and they just want to hit the bag and learn boxing. And there are people that have been taking our class for a month that are asking us about fighting. A lot of buildings just make people choose what gender they are when they just go to change in the locker room. It makes people uncomfortable to go to the locker room. It makes people uncomfortable to wear what they want to wear in a space that doesn't feel safe sometimes. And a lot of people don't participate in sports or even like do things to make themselves healthier, like go to the gym, because they're afraid of the locker room or what people are going to think, or that their gender expression is going to be judged. And a lot of people just isolate themselves. You can come use the bathroom that's comfortable for you. You don't have to go in one locker room or the other. We ask everyone their pronouns. We try to cater to the community and like their needs in a way that a typical gym wouldn't, or maybe wouldn't understand.
You feel it okay? Yes. So think about that, like you're stepping on something.
I joined this class because I've always kind of been interested in boxing as an exercise. I've always been attracted more to exercising and sports in a way that like it's something that I'm doing rather than just going to the gym and trying to do tasks I get bored with. And it seemed like just a more open and less intimidating way to get involved and try it out than having to like show up at a gym where maybe I was nervous about what that gym's culture is, what the reception would be, and what my skill level is. It seemed like a more, just like a less intimidating way to get involved. it's really, really more personal than a lot of classes I've been in. Some other classes I've taken are very like fast-paced, like calling out the exercise, you got to do it. Maybe you don't know it, you might feel a little lost. I appreciate a lot that they take the time to explain everything they're trying to teach, every move, make sure everyone is on the same page and knows what they're doing.
The jab is out, and we slow it down. It's like at the same time, right? So with this foot, there it is. That's what I'm talking about. Good. There it is. Oh, Liv and I are really, we're like devoted to the craft of boxing, and that's what we like to teach. There it is. So it's technical boxing, cardio, warm-ups. We have everybody, do warm-ups together, and then we go into, we'll split the class up. Usually we have a big class, so we'll split it up. Folks will do partner work, partner drills in the ring, and then people will do bag work, and then we'll switch, so everybody gets a little bit of everything. And then at the end, we usually all do burnouts together, which is like everybody hitting the bag fast, getting sweaty, and, making it funky. And then we cool down, Transboxing is important to the community, I've been told, because people have said there are not enough trans-exclusive spaces. People have told me, oh my God, people come to class and I've never seen so many trans people in one space. For me, boxing allowed me to embody my identity fully and confidently, while also knowing that there were changes I might want to make, right? And that knowing that the way I feel inside is not necessarily the way the world sees me. But I think it just helped me get back into my body. Just really helped me to feel in my skin, because I had to pay attention. I had to know where my hand was. I had to know, if I'm turning my jab over, okay. I had to know, okay, when someone's throwing the body, I have to back up. So I think, for me, the biggest benefit has been, yeah, it might be uncomfortable. Can I tolerate it? Building up that distress tolerance. And that boxing did for me. Because, you get hit in this sport. It's not comfortable, right? And, sometimes I get in there and especially in the beginning, I felt scared. Right? And so I think for me, as a trans person, before boxing, before really getting back into a physical discipline seriously, I had just tried to not be in my body. What I want people to take from this class is that boxing is for them if they want it, and we want to help make that happen, right? The challenge is getting people through the door, right? Because once you're in, it's oh hey, what's good, If you work. Right? A lot of time, from my experience, if you're there to work hard, and listen, that's the most important thing.